Hi guys, thanks for watching. In this short video I'm going to talk a little bit about pendulum dowsing, how to dowse and how you can use it to increase your psychic sensitivity. In this box I've got several dowsing pendulums. This one here is made from quartz crystal. It's set in silver on a silver chain. This was actually made for me many years ago by a guy in Hastings. We've got another one here. This one here is simply a little brass imp or elf on a piece of green string. We got this one here, if I can get it out of the box, is sorry about this, this is just a lot in here. This is amethyst, which I hope you can see, again on a chain. And finally got this one here, which is a cut quartz crystal with a piece of moldavite, hopefully you can see that, set in the top, which I actually wear as a necklace. Now, it doesn't actually matter what the actual pendulum is made from. It's just a tool, because what you're actually using is your own innate psychic ability. I've even done dowsing with a finger ring, such as my own, on a piece of string like this, or you can even do it with a simple nut, a metal nut on a piece of string. It doesn't actually matter. Again, these are ones I've used. Just for this little talk, I'm just going to show you a couple here. We'll use the amethyst one, I think, and we'll use the larger quartz one on this little experiment. I'll put that to one side. So basically, this is a dowsing pendulum. Let's move that over there. That's a dowsing pendulum. I'm just going to hold it up for you. Now, this might start swinging. I'm going to try and video this and hold it at the same time. I'm not sure how this is going to work. But basically, I'm just holding it quite still. And as you can see, it's not moving at all. There's nothing actually happening. Now, what will happen when you use it to dowse is you basically hold it lightly between your thumb and finger, like this. So you just hold it up like this. Now, after a while it will settle down and it won't actually move. Okay. And what will happen after a while is you say, "Show me yes. Show me yes." And very subtly, whoa, that's going really fast, it will start moving. As you can see, that's going clockwise. Now for me, that means yes. Now in some people, it might be the reverse. It might actually go in the opposite direction. So you ask it a simple question first of all to establish a set of boundaries. So that's yes, okay? I'm just going to steady it down again. Okay. I'm just going to pick it up. Now I'm just going to ask it to show me no. Just show me no. And this one, as you can see, is moving really, really fast. So I now know anti-clockwise is no, and clockwise is yes. That's the most simplest form of pendulum dowsing to get yes and no answers. For example, I've lost my ring, is it in the drawer? Yes, okay. You can also ask it to show you maybe, okay? Show me maybe. Okay, and that's going up and down like this. Okay, so that's a maybe. So that's basically the generals of pendulum dowsing. You basically hold the pendulum between your finger. Just hold it lightly, very, very lightly. Make sure it goes as still as possible, and just ask it again. Just ask it to show you yes. And as soon as it shows you yes, it will start moving. This one's moving really, really fast. It's really, really sensitive. Sometimes it won't move as fast as this. The movement is very, very subtle. It's a great way to actually develop your psychic intuition. And one of the best ways of doing this is to place 3 cups on a table. Get a friend to do it. And under one of the cups, get them to place a finger ring like this, or get them to place a coin or something else while you're out of the room. And then get your pendulum we use this one this time. This one's very heavy actually. I'll try and do this left-handed. I'm going to gut a bit here. Get your pendulum and you just hold it. How is that coming out? There you go. That's better. Do you see that okay? So you just hold the pendulum like this above the cup and say, is the coin here? And I'm actually going to move this myself this time because obviously I've got no cups here. So I'm going to move this. Now the pendulum will start moving. So let's assume the coin isn't under the first cup and you say, is the pendulum here? Well, what should happen is it will say no, but I say I'm actually going to move this myself because it's a very heavy pendulum. I'm actually going to swing this, so that's now saying no. Okay, that's me doing that consciously. Okay, let's say the coin is under the far right cup. So you then hold the pendulum over the middle cup and ask, is the pendulum here? Again, what will happen is the pendulum will start swinging. Again, that's me moving this, just for this demonstration. And finally, what you would do is hold the pendulum over the third cup, which does contain the coin, but you don't know this. And you would say, is the pendulum here? And hopefully you will get a positive response like this. Now again, I'm actually moving this myself, okay? This is just for demonstration purposes, because I have no cups here. But I can assure you it does work. I've done this quite a few times at Christmas parties. People think it's some sort of trick when I've gone out of the room, and every single time I found the cup that contains the hidden object, with a pendulum, even a pendulum made from someone's ring and a piece of string. It would start swinging wildly. You can use it to locate hidden objects. For example, if you've lost something in your house, like your car keys, you can start off room by room by saying, are my keys in this room? And you'll get a yes, no. And you can narrow it down room by room. So eventually you find a room are my keys in this room? Yes. Stand facing one wall and you can walk forward. Is it in this direction? Yes or no? Is it in this direction? Yes or no? So eventually you'll narrow it down and you will find the object. I've actually found stuff that's been completely hidden in someone's garden as an experiment, purely with a pendulum. They're absolutely amazed by it, and they do think it's some sort of magic trick, but it's not. It's not. It's your own psychic sensitivity that's picking it up, and it's amplified through the pendulum. So the pendulum itself doesn't actually do the work. It doesn't actually matter what the pendulum is made from. This one I say is very nice, handmade for me many years ago by a little guy in Hastings. I use it purely because I like it, but you can literally use anything at all because the actual ability comes from yourself. It's your own subconscious that picks up the subtle vibrations around you and it magnifies it through the pendulum to swing round and round in a very similar way a Ouija board works. The Ouija board itself isn't the actual thing that creates the movement, it's your own subconscious that does it, sometimes linked through spirit. And so you get all sorts of pendulums. These two are just crystal ones, and this is a clear crystal one and an amethyst one. Some pendulums you can get are made from brass. You can get some pendulums made from plastic. It doesn't really matter. You can get some pendulums that actually unscrew, so you can put what's called a witness inside. Now, a witness is a little object. So, for example, you can put a piece of hair inside it, and you can use pendulums to diagnose illnesses by going over someone's body. If you're a healer and they're lying on a couch, you can actually go over the body and it will pick up energy blockages. Obviously, you can use pendulums for finding water. If you're very lucky, oil and gold, and stuff like this. There are many professional dowsers that actually use pendulums professionally to find oil and gold and other sort of precious minerals. It's got many uses. I've only very briefly covered the very basics of it here, just so you got a brief understanding of pendulums. But one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it is one of the best ways of actually developing your own psychic sensitivity. You can practice with it every day, just ask it questions, and once it becomes attuned to you, you will find as you use it more and more, you actually get to the stage you don't need to use the pendulum because your own psychic sensitivity kicks in and you know the answer anyway. So you can do the same cup experiment without using the pendulum, just by holding your hand across each cup and saying, is it here, is it here, is it here? I think many years ago, Uri Geller actually did this on TV. Before he became famous, he did an experiment with several, I think it was canisters of film or something, and he just held his hand over it. It's the same sort of principle. He wasn't using a pendulum, but he just used his hand, and that's his own psychic sensitivity coming in. So there you have it. That's pendulum dowsing and how to use it. If you've got any questions, as always, please feel free to comment on the video, because I always read the comments, and I will reply, and I hope you found it enjoyable. Thanks very much, and goodbye for now.